Okay, so I'm gonna show you how I love to burn Copal and the way in which that I do this. So when I first started really having intention to clear my energy, I was using sage, and then I was using Palo Santo, and then I went to Tulum for the first time, and I fell in love with Copal. And so this is my favorite thing to do. So I'm gonna show you exactly how I use this. So this is the clay, I'm gonna like hold it up. You can see it's clay on the inside. This is what I use to burn my Copal in. So the one that I posted on a link for my favorite things, you can see it's similar, just this one just is glazed over on the sides. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna have this. Now I also have a small version. If you wanna put coal in here and then put the Copal on top, you can do that. It's just, you need something underneath it. So this is doable. I've used this many times, and you can see like a massive size difference. I love using this. So you're gonna need this, you're gonna need your lighter. This is my feather wand. I got this this was actually sent to me from Italy. You don't have to have one of these, but I recommend that you do. And so once I burn the Copal, I like to actually do this because it really fans this smoke throughout the house. You're gonna need your coal, and then my Copal is in here. And then so this is an herb mixture that I have that I sometimes like to put in once everything is burning. And then I also have over here a ton of different herbs. And so I will intuitively decide, I'll just sometimes, if I wanna add something extra, I'll pull. And so we've got hawthorn berries in here, there's mugwort, there's willow bark. I mean, there's everything in here. I've got rose petals, I've got lavender, I've got wormwood. Yeah, it's just a ton of different things. So it's not necessary to have that. I just really like to work with different herbs and different medicines and things like that. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to take our coal and we're going to light it. And so I recommend that you have tongs, which I don't have, but you're gonna want them because number one, it's messy, and number two, it's just easier to lift it up once you start. So you can just see I got this all over my hands. Okay, so here's my little piece of coal. Okay, you can see this, and it's going to go in the center here. So I've dropped this in, and what I'm then gonna do is light it. And so this is something you wanna make sure that it's really lit. And so I know you can't, I trust that you can light coal. But you're gonna light this and you're gonna notice that it's gonna start to spark and crackle a little bit. So you wanna make sure it gets really hot. Here's a way you could okay, you can kind of see me doing this. You just wanna make sure you're getting all the sides, really letting it heat up fully, because you want this to be really hot before you put your Copal on top of it. You're also gonna start to hear a sound. Okay, cool. So it's giving me a little fire dance. I'll try to show that to you in a second. So it's working. It's getting nice and hot. I love the way this looks when it starts heating up. It's just like dancing. Let's see if you can see that. Okay, so that's what it should look like. You're gonna see now it's starting to get nice and hot. It's getting red. You can see the redness starting to form. Okay, so I'm gonna give that a minute, okay? And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Copal. Now, how much you use is completely up to you. This stuff gets smoky. So, okay, it's gonna look like this if I pull it out. Okay, so this is the resin. I'm gonna break this in half, but I'm always gonna break this in half over this because it gets a little messy. And you're gonna start to see as soon as I break this and those tiny little pieces even hit, it starts to get smoky. And it smells so good. Okay, so I'm gonna even break a smaller piece and I'm gonna start to drop that. You wanna get it directly on top. I don't know if I wanna do more than that right now. We'll do a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna drop a little bit more on top of this. Ooh, it's sappy. Obviously it is from tree sap. Okay, perfect, that's on top. And I'm going to then add, so this is why you wanna have tongs, because I'm gonna move this to just hit different angles. Okay, so as you can see, it's getting nice and smoky. I'm gonna add a little bit of rose petal. I'm gonna add just tiny bit. So you can kind of just see, I'll just drop a little bit on top. That smells really nice when I do that. And let's pick one more. Let's do, lavender flower. So let's add a little bit of lavender flower to our mixture here. You don't need much. Oh my God, the smell. It smells so good. Okay, wow. So now that we've done that, this is one I would say, okay, I'm now ready to cleanse my home. You can cleanse yourself. This is when I love to take this fan, and as I'm walking through my home, I'm just fanning all the different rooms. I'm fanning different objects. I'm just really allowing for that medicine of the copal, of the lavender, of the rose to really move throughout the home. So you don't have to have this. As you can see, you can just walk and do this throughout the home. Totally fine. I just happen to really love this. And especially if I'm working with somebody in person, I really love this to be able to move it all around their body. And sometimes I'm using this as well if I feel that there's a certain energy point where something is stuck, and I will use this to help move it through. And so this is when I would also open up a window, open up a door. I would invite in the angel of air, and then I would do my Archangel Michael clearing, saying, you can do this any way that feels really good for you. There's no, in terms of like clearing a home or clearing yourself or calling in your guides, there's no right way to do it. It is the intention. And this is actually one of the reasons that I love this setup, and why I love doing this is because it takes a moment. You really have to be present with what you're doing, setting this intention that you're looking to clear, that you're looking to release, that you're looking to call in, you're looking to create, to manifest whatever it is. You can just light sage. You can just light Palo Santo. Sometimes I will have a copal like incense stick, and I'll light that too. But this is something that's really special. And I tend to do this, sometimes I'll do it randomly throughout the day, but I will also do this like early in the morning or late at night. And it will kind of be something that really brings me into my center and brings me into a place of presence. So I love doing that. The copal is actually almost gone on here. There's a little left. So this is where you could actually add in more if you wanted to do that. Now, once you've done this and you've moved through your home, you've cleared yourself, if you don't want this just sitting in your house creating beautiful smoke and a beautiful smell, you can take this and just place it outside. I will sometimes open up my door, place it outside, and allow the air to come in with the smoke. Even in the wintertime, I actually really love that. But you can just put this outside, or you can just put water on it and get rid of it that way. But I actually don't like to do that. I prefer to just let it burn out naturally. And then I will dump the ashes and make sure that this is cleaned out. Another reason I actually love this fan is it will continue to really heat the coal. I can see as I'm doing this, it's getting red and it's sparking a little bit. So if you're gonna continue to have a bigger clearing throughout your home, this is the way that you wanna do it. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you love this. This was one of my favorite ways to bring ceremony and ritual into my space and into my practice. And Copal is my favorite way to do that.